What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna show you how to make my gourmet ramen. It's not really too crazy, but it does taste a lot better than a normal ramen. So let me show you the ingredients, and then we'll get into making. Okay. First things first. Obviously, you need your ramen packet. So my go-to is Maruchan. It's pretty good. I like the chicken flavor. The beef's also pretty good. These also work for the beef. So my go-to is add-on spices, so to say. Chili powder. Definitely need chili powder. Onion powder. Nice little additive. I put a dab of seasoned salt. Adds like a little, depth into it. Garlic powder. And then black pepper. I also do a pinch of salt as well. Oh, sorry for the green. My camera light. Obviously, you'll need a bowl. So, grab your bowl of choice and then a pot of water. I usually fill it up about halfway. Gives you enough room to mix the noodles around and stuff. And all that fun jazz, So, those are the ingredients. I also put just a pinch of salt in the water. But, yeah, let's get into it. First things first. Pot on the oven. Okay? You guys see that? Next. We get it going. I set it around 6 if you guys are using a gas stove. Grab that pinch of salt. Just a little bit. You don't need too much. Don't need too much. So now while that's going, we'll put these spices in the bowl. Alright, and there's the sugar. Nice on top, just a little bit, you don't need too much. So, I use the whole thing of ramen, obviously. I usually split it in half, it makes it a little bit easier to eat and kind of cook it together. Now, we're waiting for our water to get hot, it's almost there. We're going to put it in, get it to where you can break it apart. I'll clip back to that in a second. But for now, let's get this in the water and let it start cooking. Alright, so we got our 2 patties in there. Obviously, you don't want to be scratching your forks and stuff around, but you just want to keep them nice and submerged. Let them cook a little bit. I say it takes roughly 2 minutes, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. You just want to get to where you can get one strand of noodle. Obviously, you taste it. If you want a little bit crunchy, a little bit soft, I kind of do it right after it gets crunchy, and then you let it sit in the broth with all the stuff, and it just softens right up. Perfect amount, So yeah, they're already starting to get nice and mush. Shove the fork through, kind of break it up into little sections, separate the noodles a little bit with each patty, top and bottom. Once they're able to come moving around, you just kind of mix them back and forth. Alright, now we're able to start picking them apart. See how they're starting to fall apart like that? They're almost there. Just gotta mix them up a little bit. Ooh, careful. You don't want to burn yourself doing this. The water is hot. Just want to break them up so they start to cook evenly. They're okay to stick together a little bit, but you're trying to break them apart so then you can get a nice single strain and taste it. Make sure it's how, I think it's al dente you want the noodle. And I think the simple term is how crunchy you want it. Whew, ouch. Alright, so now I'm going to get a little strand. A little too hard. We'll keep it going just a little bit more. Oh, that should be good. Yeah, you see how those are just falling apart? They're all single noodles now. That's good. Alright, so what we'll do, turn off the heat, we'll drain the water to our liking, and then I'll show you whenever I pour it into my bowl. That's beautiful. Alright, so here we go. We got our broth and our noodles. We're just gonna plop it right on into the bowl, okay? Now be careful, you don't want to make a mess, it will splash. Just go nice and slow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's nice. Place that back down, not on the hot, you don't want to burn the pan. So now what you do, just kind of mix it around. And I usually let it sit for around 1 to about 2 minutes. Let the noodles obtain the broth. And then, yeah. That's it. That is my gourmet ramen. For on the cheap. Not sponsored, by the way. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Maybe I'll come up with another one. Peace.